everybody faced windows, and it was like packed mat to mat from front to back of the studio, and it was super fun and super sweaty and all that good stuff. So we're slowly creeping our way there. But for now, this will be our setup. So everything that's in front of that black tape in front, those are the spaces that can be seen by our virtual people, which is Kathy right now. Hey, Kathy, at home. And then everything in the back is just regular rows facing the front again. My name is Meg. For those of you who don't know me, this is Yoga Ignite. If you haven't taken Yoga Ignite before, no worries. You're totally fine. It is the regular Journey into Power sequence, but with pieces added on for more cardio, more sweating, more extra little pieces that you want to add on. We've got weights and resistance bands in the back cubbies. If you ever want to borrow any of those, just feel free to grab them and then leave them in the room on the floor whenever you go so I can know which ones need to be cleaned up. Hey, Ashley. So with that, let's get started in child's pose. Get yourself settled in, your fingertips down on the mat, hips back down on your heels. So good to see all of you. It's nice to see more people coming into the room and doing the yoga thing and getting back into the swing of things. So take the first few breaths to get settled down on the floor. Whether you've got a ton of stuff going on or you don't have that much going on until the holidays start to happen, just get settled here and now. Take a deep breath in through your nose and fill yourself all the way up. And exhale everything out. 2 more like that. A big full breath in. Big exhale out. 1 more. Fill up all the way. Exhale all the way. Start to build your Ujjayi breath, a 4-part breath. So a long inhale and a pause at the top. Long exhale with a pause at the bottom. Really purposeful so that your brain has something to pay attention to. Downward facing dog. Move your hips around, pedal out your feet. Take any kind of movement in your down dog that you need to take. Any movement that starts to get the pops and the cracks and all of that stuff out of the way now that it's that time of the year where those types of things start happening. And walk your feet up to your hands, hang in ragdoll. Pull the pit of your belly way in and up. You decide what you want to do with your hands and with your arms. Pit of the belly way in and up, then press the 4 corners of both of your feet straight down into the mat. Start to make them heavy and connect them down into the floor. Then press into your feet, rise all the way up to standing. Reach through your fingertips. Bring your thumbs to heart center. Set your intention for your practice. Make it something specific that you can focus on pose by pose. And we'll send out those intentions with 3 ohms. Deep breath in. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull if you've got weights. High push up and pause. Right knee to right elbow. Left knee to left elbow. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths together. In. Empty it out. 2 more. Breath in. Exhale. Good. Last one. Fill up. Empty everything out. Move forward, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold down. Extended mountain. Rise up. Look up between your fingertips. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull with the weights. High push up and pause. Right knee to right elbow. Left knee to left elbow. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 big breaths. In. Empty out. Good. Breath in. Exhale. Get your fingertips in the floor. 1 more breath. Exhale completely. Step or jump to the head of your mat. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Extended mountain. Rise up. Lift your chest. forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High push-up. Knee tap on the right, knee tap on the left. Low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 big breaths. In, purposeful exhale. Yes, breathe in, empty out. Last one. Exhale completely. Step or jump to your hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Extended mountain. Take your breath all the way up to your fingertips. Forward fold. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in together. Breath out together. Full inhale. Eyes on one spot. Breathe out. Last one. Exhale completely. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Extended mountain. One more sunny. Reach. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. In. Empty it out. Breath in. Exhale. You can sigh if you need to do that. One more breath. Empty completely. Move feet to hands. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose and stay. Get way down in your hips. Lift your toes and spread them up off the mat. Yes, way back in there. Take another breath in. Hands to heart twist right on your exhale. Inhale, open your arms. Stay for the whole breath out. Back up to chair. Breathe in. Twist left on your exhale. Open on the breath in. Stay for the breath out. Back up to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior 1. You can have your weights in your hands or open palms. Low push up. Hands to the mat. Big breath in up dog. Let it out and down dog. Left side warrior 1. Step. Gaze up. Hands up. Low push up. Hands to the floor. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good. Breathe in. Big breath out. 2 more. In. Exhale. Last one. Push all the air back out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose for 1 breath this time. Reach. Twist right on your exhale. Open up. Breathe in. Stay for the exhale. Back up to chair. Reach. Twist left. Inhale, open. Stay for the whole breath out. Back up to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. You got it. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior 1. Step and go. Set your gaze. Low push up. Hands to the floor. Upward facing. Downward facing. Left side warrior 1. Step and lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in together. Clear it out. Yeah, let the heat build. Breathe in. Breath out. Last one together. Exhale to the pit of your belly. Step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose. 1 breath. Twist right. Inhale, open. Stay and breathe out. Back up to chair. Reach. Twist left. Inhale, open. Stay for the twist. Back up to chair. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Keep that breath going. Knee tap and knee tap. Low push up. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior 1. Lunge nice and deep. Knee on top of your ankle. Yes. Chaturanga. Go for it. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side warrior 1. Step. Reach. Look. Low push up. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Clear it out. Breathe in. Clear it. Yes, one more. Purposeful exhale. Push the air out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose. Reach. Twist right. Inhale, open. Stay for the whole breath out. Chair pose. Lift. Twist left. Open on the inhale. Stay for the exhale. Back up to chair. Lift. Fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High plank. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Right side warrior one. Yes, I can feel it. Reach up. Spread your fingertips at the top. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side warrior one. You got it. Put your eyes on one point. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Clear it out. Two more. In. Clear it. Last breath. Push all the air out. Feet to hands. You've got one more sun B. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose. Sit deep. Twist right. Inhale. Open. Stay for the twist. Good. Chair pose. Reach. Twist left. Open on the inhale. Stay for the breath out. Back up to chair. Fold. Halfway lift. Tricep pull. High push up. Knee tap. Knee tap. Low push up. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one. Step and go. Take your gaze right up at the ceiling. Low push up. Big breath in up dog. Let it out and down dog. Left side warrior one. Step, breathe in as you reach. Chaturanga on your exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Woo! Yes, I can feel it. It's palpable, the heat and the sweat and all the good stuff. Now reach your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and open your hip. You can stay right here or flip your dog. You choose. Come back into the breath. 4-part breath here. Make that connection. And if you want to bring yourself into wheel or take cactus arm, pull your shoulder blade into your back, take that space. Yeah, there you go. Flip back over side plank. You can have your weight in your left hand up to the ceiling or have open palm up toward the ceiling. Set your eyes to one point, one spot that's not moving. A different drishti now because the room's oriented a little differently. One more breath. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Ooh, left leg up to the sky. Bend your knee and open your hip. Stay or flip. Connect and then breath. Really purposeful about it. So if you need to exhale through your mouth and clear something out, do that. Then restart that breath. Yes. Let it percolate in the room. Flip back over side plank. Weight in your opposite hand or open palm up to the ceiling. Set the gaze, the drishti, right on one spot to help keep the balance and keep you centered and focused. One more inhale. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Sigh it out. Oh, you can be louder than that. Breathe in. Yeah, one more. Clear it. Send your right leg straight up and back. Straight up and back. Flex your ankle a lot so the toes are awake. Good. Breathe in here. Knee to nose on your exhale. Round. Good. Press back. Inhale. Knee to nose. Squeeze in and up. Last time. Press back. Knee to nose. Squeeze in. Crescent lunge. Step through. Strap on the ball of your back foot right now. Right away, start with foundation. Start with what's touching the ground. All of your toes, the whole ball mound of the back foot. Then come deeper into your lunging leg. Yeah, where your knees right on top of your front ankle. Good. We'll do some knee taps with the back leg so we can touch the mat or come down towards the mat. Either one is fine. Knee dips for 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, keep breathing. 1, crescent lunge, reach up, stretch up tall, hands to heart, twist right. Yeah, elbow right outside your knee. Pause right here. Reconnect your front big toe mount straight into the ground. Good. Now open your arms. Keep that front big toe, the center of your front heel, straight down into the floor. Good. Breathe right here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warrior 2, unwind. Oh. Yeah, get settled into the warrior 2. This is like the first pose where we're like, ooh, okay, yeah, we're getting settled. My feet are back on the floor. Lunge deep in that front leg. Good. Extended side angle. Bring your elbow to your thigh or fingertips down by your front arch. Block is a great tool to have there, or you can have weights in your hands. You choose. Now, gaze on one spot. One spot. Ujjayi breath. Make that purposeful. Some of you are already there, but if you're not and want to take the bind, take a bind. Top arm around your back, bottom arm under your thigh to meet the fingertips. And the lower you lunge in the front leg, the more access you'll have to that full bind. Nice. One more inhale. High to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take one breath in. Big exhale out. Send your left leg straight up and back. Flex the ankle and spread your toes. Good. Breathe in together. Knee to nose on your exhale. Round your spine. Press back. Inhale. Knee to nose. Squeeze in. Last one. Press back. Knee to nose. In and up. In and up. Crescent lunge. Oh, yeah. And then you start again. Start with the ground. Start with what's touching the floor and begin there. Especially when it feels like you're up in your head a lot, there's a lot of extra thinking. Just what's touching the floor. Begin there. Hands up to the sky if they're not there already. Yeah, knee dips with the back knee. 5, 4, 3. Keep breathing. 2, 1. Stretch up tall. Feet in the earth. Hands to heart. Twist left. Open your arms. You guys are looking pretty stable today. Keep rooting down through the center of your front heel. Big toe mount on the front foot. Straight into the mat. Good. Spread your fingertips apart right here. 5, 4. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Unwind, warrior 2. A lot of you are working on that, like, get that last bit out and then unwind. It's like a spring. Land on your feet. Extended side angle. If the breath is quiet in your part of the room, breathe a little louder so the person next to you can hear. Kathy at home can hear you breathe. Take your half bind or your full bind. Yeah, and then notice, is your gaze moving all over the place because now it needs to pick a different place? Like your mat is in a different place, you pick a different drishti, keep it right on one spot. Heart wide open for one more breath. High to low push-up you go. Oy, oy, is right. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Clear it out. 2 more. In. Thumbs down on your exhale. 1 more. Exhale completely. Feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose and stay. Way down into your chair. So all of your weight is in your heels and in your hips. Toes are light on the mat. Yes, lift them up and keep them up. Hands to heart twist right. Keep your toes light and lifted. Open your arms. You can have the bottom arm on the outside of your knee or in between your knees. I like in between so I can squeeze and that'll help me twist and open up. Sit 2 inches deeper in your hips. Yes, nice, Matt. That was like 6 inches. 5, 4. Nice, Lindsay. 3. Flex your ankle. 2. Yes. 1. Chair pose. Fold. Take your first 2 fingers around your big toes. Bend your knees as much as you want, or you might take your feet halfway open, like more open on your mat with distance. So So you've got a little more space for your hamstrings. Breath sounds amazing. Keep that going. Just that steady rhythm to set the pace, the tempo of your practice. Release your grip. Crow pose from the head of your mat. Right at the head of your mat. Even if you have zero intention of jumping back, keep it at the head of your mat so you've got some space if your feet need to come down and back. Eyes at one point in front of your fingertips. Drishti. Yes. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Let it be a little messy if you fall out. Nice, Brian. One more breath. Step or jump back, chaturanga. Beautiful. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take one breath in together. A big exhale out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Chair pose, you got it. Sit down nice and deep. Squeeze your leg muscles into the bones and lift and spread your toes off the mat. Yes, keep them up. Hands to heart, twist left. Beautiful. Open your arms. You choose where the bottom arm goes and then sit lower in your hips. You want your hips lower than your heart because that'll give you room for the twist. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chair, fold. Gorilla, step on your palms, toes all the way up to your wrists. This is your opportunity, like you build the cardio, build the heart rate up as you're going into that twist, build heat, and now let it slow back down in your fold. You can shake out your head, yes and no. You want to release a little neck tension? Yeah, there you go. Release the hands, crow number 2. Crow number 2, right up from the head of your mat so you've got space to play around. Now I'll give you this. If you're not quite comfortable with your feet coming off the mat, look forward so you can tip forward instead of tipping straight down. If you look at the floor, your head will go towards the floor. Look forward to go forward. Yes, beautiful. Inner thighs together, inner edges of your feet together. Yes, we put just like that. One more breath. Step or jump back, low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. I think it's time for another sigh. Breathe in together. Clear it out. Breathe in. Breath out. Last one. Exhale completely. Feet to hands. Halfway lift, tricep pull. Fold down. Rise all the way up to standing. Eagle pose, right side, right arm under, right leg over. Drishti, super important. Pick one spot that's not moving in front of you and then bring your breath into it. So regardless of what the shape looks like on the outside, breath and drishti. Yeah, there it is. Now flex your lifted ankle, the foot that's floating or around your calf. Good. See if you can spread the toes on that lifted foot. Yes. Eyes stay glued on one spot. Left side eagle. Left arm under. Left leg over. Just wrap. Gaze on one spot. Breath. Keep it super simple. Then wake up your lifted foot. The toes on that lifted foot. So it gives your brain something to focus on while your eyes focus on something. Right side eagle, second set. Steady breath, you got it. Just one pose at a time. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Yeah, keep that in and up. Arms stay bound. Take airplane with your legs. Press your lifted foot straight back behind you. When you've got to full extension, then open your arms and reach them back. Full airplane. Yeah, so there's no rush to get to the full expression of the pose. You just stretch out as long as you can go. Then half moon, left hand to the floor, right hand up to the ceiling. You've got the block, the floor, the water bottle, wherever that bottom hand needs to go so that you've got stability in your half moon. If you'd like to take sugar cane and grab your top ankle with your top hand, feel free to do that. Yeah, you can be a little wobbly trying to catch that. One more breath here. Open, both feet to the floor. Left side eagle, last one. Some of you are coming up against the like, okay, I'm up in my head a little bit. Come back down into your body, left side eagle. When the poses start to feel super hard and overcomplicated, there's too much going on in the headspace, come back down into your body. Arms stay bound, airplane with your legs. Then notice it got quiet. More breath. Yeah, bring it out here into the room. More breath. Full airplane. Full airplane. Press your chest past the front edge of your mat. Yes. There it is. Keep that space in your chest. Half moon. One hand down, one hand up. Take as much time as you need to get full expression out through fingertips and toes. Then sugar cane if you took it on the other side. No rush. Yeah, there it is. One more breath. Both feet to the floor. Standing bow or dancer's pose, right side. So if you're taking standing bow, make sure the soft crease of your right elbow is facing out. Hand on the inside of your ankle. Soft crease of the elbow faces out so you can really get your shoulder onto the back side of your body and then take your pose. Yeah, we've got straps, we've got bands, all kinds of things going on. I love it. Press your lifted foot straight up to the ceiling. Yes, one more breath. Switch sides. Drishti, super important. Soft crease of the left elbow faces out. Take your pose. And tip. Eyes on one spot. So regardless of where you are in the room or what you're now facing, eyes are just on one spot. Super simple and dialed in. Then right side, second set. You got it. Start with the foot that's on the ground. Work your way up the pose, piece by piece. Eyes to one spot. Tip forward. And if things start to get a wobbly, just settle back into the standing foot. The four corners of the standing foot straight into the floor. Beautiful. Left side. Last one. Go right into it. No hesitation. Just getting all the extra stuff out of the way so you can take the pose. Steady, rhythmic breath. Good. Yeah. Eyes on one point. Standing big toe down into the floor. Last breath, feet to the mat. Come up to the head of your mat for tree pose on the right. Tree pose on the right. So you've got two different options with your tree pose. You can have weights in your hands and cactus arms, or take a cow face bind. So your left elbow will be up to the sky, bottom arm underneath, and if your fingertips can't reach, you can grab onto your shirt or have like a towel or a strap between your hands. Cool, so you pick which one you want to do. If you've got your arms in cactus, you'll tap your hands overhead for 10, 9, good, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, drishti, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Opposite elbow on top if you took the bind. Cactus arms if you did not. Most of you can pull your front ribs into center. Hug them in. Yeah, tap your hands overhead with the weights or your fists. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both feet down. Oh, extended mountain. Reach your hands up to the ceiling. Forward fold on your exhale. Halfway lift, tricep pull. High plank. Knee tap on the right. Knee tap on the left. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side triangle. Step your right foot between your hands. Add breath. Add more breath. Yeah, so you can have your hand on your shin or your hand on your block just outside your shin. Top hand up to the ceiling. If you've got a weight in your hand for triangle, great. And then squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back so your joints are really lined up. Wrist to elbow to shoulder, straight down to the floor. Set your eyes on one spot. Send your tailbone towards the back edge of your mat. Deepen that front hip crease. Pull it into your body. Nice, Kathy, I saw that. Press into your feet. Rise all the way up to standing. Side facing wide leg fold. Turn both of your feet to face the long edge of your mat and hinge at your hips. Come all the way down. We'll do some ninja lunges on this side. Bend your right knee and sink into your right hip. And over to the left side, into your left hip. So you go at the speed that works best for you. For some of you, a quicker pace feels best. For others, kind of marinating on one side and the other feels like the way to go. Do what works for your body. And if you're getting pretty low in your hips, you might try turning the toes on the extended leg up toward the ceiling to get a different stretch in the back of your leg. Yeah, there you go. Another breath or two to get complete. Even yourself out, and then you'll all meet up in center. Press into your feet. Rise all the way up to standing. Namaste, front-facing fold or splits. You choose. Face the front edge of your mat. You can get a block underneath for a split pose. Hands behind your back in a bind if you're taking that pyramid pose. Good. Hinge forward. So lots of different variations going on, and you do you. You need a block for splits. Great. I know I do because my hamstrings are tight. Pyramid poses, point your tailbone straight back behind you. Yeah, with your binds, tailbone straight back behind you. Now everybody soften your toes. Yes. Good. Twisting triangle or twisting split. Ring yourself out over the leg that's in front. Heart wide open. So it's really the center of your chest that you point out and away rather than letting the arm drive the movement. Let it be the center of the heart that does the twist. If you're in twisting triangle and want to take twisting half moon, float your back leg up to the sky. Yeah, you might need to shift forward a little bit to catch that balance. Yes, Ashley, there you go. Flex your lifted ankle. One more breath. High to low push up. Doing that work. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take one breath in together. One breath out. Left side triangle. Left foot between your hands, and you start from the ground up. Take your pose. Steady rhythmic breath. Eyes on one spot. Then put your attention on that front hip crease. Pull it deep into your body. Yes, Susanna, just like that. You may need softening your knees a little bit to get that hip crease deeper. Good, Lindsay. Press into your feet. Rise up to standing. Side facing wide leg fold. Interlace your fingers at your back for this one. You can have a towel or a strap between your hands if you've got tight shoulders. Hinge forward. And it might even be that just tonight you've got tight shoulders. I know in this type of weather my shoulders get super tight and I like to have a towel between my hands instead. Give yourself the space that you need. Now keep a softness in your knees. Yeah, more of a bend than you think, then tailbone up to the ceiling. Good. Steady, rhythmic breath. Really on purpose about it. Let your shoulders soften. Keep it up. Keep that bind. Even if your hands are all the way back towards your hips, totally fine. Just breathe and let that soften. Release your hands down. Rise all the way up to standing. Namaste, front-facing fold, or splits with the opposite leg in front. Set up your pose. Take your bind behind your back if you're taking the Namaste fold. Hinge right at your hips. Bring breath into it. Yeah. Breath to not only hold yourself accountable in your practice, but to hold the person next to you and the person across the room and those practicing virtually, everyone accountable to stay in the room, stay on their mat in the practice. Twisting triangle or twisting split. Ring yourself out over that front leg. The heart drives the twist, so the movement originates from the center of your body, and then the arms along for the ride, fingertips along for the ride. Good. Stay or twisting half moon. Those of you in twisting triangle can float your back leg up to the sky. Beautiful, Leah. Then wake up your toes on that lifted foot. Yes, one more breath. High to low push-up. Big breath in up dog. Fill up your chest. Downward facing dog. Take a full breath in together. Empty it out. 2 more. Breathe in. Breath out. Good. Last breath. Clear it completely. Roll out to your high plank. Shoulders right on top of your wrists. We'll do some mountain climbers before you make your way to the floor. So knees in towards your nose at your own pace. Go for the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, drishti, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower to the floor. Oh, yeah. If it's more of like a splat than a lower, that's good too. Locust pose or Superman. Locust pose, hands back by your hips. Superman, arms out in front. You choose the variation, rise up off the floor. Yeah, Superman or locust, and squeeze your inner thighs together. Inner thighs together. Inner edges of your feet in towards center. Good. One more breath. Stretch. Lower down. Rock your hips left and right to make space in your low back. Second set, locust or Superman, you choose. If you're taking Superman, you can also put a block or a weight between your hands in front. Just remember to pull it up through your low belly to counterbalance that weight. Yes, point your toes straight back behind you. Reach through your feet. One more breath. Lower down. Take it side to side. Floor bow number 1, grab a hold of your ankles. We're taking 2, so if you want to take one leg at a time, that's an option. Grab your ankles, rise on up. Up and away from the floor. Eyes right on one spot, and let the breath open up the front of your chest and your upper back. Let it squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back. Good. One more inhale, lower down. Oh, yeah. Floor bow number 2, grab or switch legs, rise up. You got it. You've been building this momentum, this space the whole time. Stay with it. Squeeze your inner thighs together so your knees go straight to the back edge of your mat. One more breath, lower down. You got it, side to side. So if you're moaning and groaning, that's the right space to be in. Upward facing dog, rise up off the mat. Downward facing dog. Look between your hands, step or jump through to sit. Make your way onto your back for bridge pose. Onto your back for bridge. Yeah, don't lose the momentum. Don't lose it. You got it. Press your feet into the floor, rise up. You can have a block between your thighs. That's always a good help to help you squeeze in towards center line. Eyes on one spot, right up at the ceiling. There's the breath. Yeah, dial into that. Big inhale. Lower your hips. Take your knees side to side. Bridge number 2. Press down and rise up. Stay with it. Feet connected, big toe mounts connected to the floor. You'll do some calf raises here in this second bridge. So come up onto the ball mounts of both feet, heels up high. Good. Lower your heels. Up with the heels. And lower. Go for 10, 9. Keep breathing. 8, 7, 6. I know. 5, 4. You got it. 3, 2, 1. Lower your hips, knees side to side. It's one of the ones that creeps up on you a little bit. Wheel pose, yogis. Time for wheel pose. Fingertips under your shoulders. Wheel number 1. Press, lift, go. Yes, no hesitation. Like you've already done all the work to get to this peak pose. Then tuck your chin and come down. Take a breath in together. Full exhale. Number 2, wheel pose. Press, lift, move. Fingertips, feet, especially your big toes. Press them into the mat. Tuck your chin and come down. Breath in. Breath out. Number 3, at the halfway point, you got it. Rise up. And if you stay up, beautiful, then what's next? Is it a leg in the air or a hand in the air? Come on down. Breath in. Breath out. Number 4, go up. Yes, Jenna. Number 4, go up. Beautiful. Yeah, create the pose. Like what's possible? The biggest variation possible. Then come on down. Yes, Gerard. Breathe in. Breath out. Number 5, you've only got 2 more. Full expression. Go for full expression. The whole body up and out. Tuck your chin and come down. Breathe in. Breath out. Make your way up. Wheel pose. You got it. Press, lift, move. Your entire body connected all the way up and out. Come on down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Oh. Let your hands go wherever they land, wherever is comfortable. Let them be there. Let out a sigh, let out a mouth noise, like whatever's coming up to the surface. Let that happen. Then happy baby or dead bug. Soles of the feet up to the sky. Keep that breath going. That steady, powerful breath to help keep you anchored in the here and right now. Send your legs straight up to the sky. Interlace your fingers. Point your fingers up towards your feet. Up towards your feet. So you'll lift your chest up off the mat as if you want to touch your toes with your fingertips. Pulse up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on the outside of your right leg, up and to the right. You pulse with your chest. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On the outside of your left leg. I know. Final set. Up to the left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees into your chest. Oh, yes. Rock forward and back. Make your way up to boat pose. Right up into boat pose. You'll have a block or your weights right at heart center. Options to keep your heels up in the air or have them down on the ground for more stability because we're going to row the boat side to side. Go for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Keep breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Good work. Downward facing dog. Right side half pigeon. Right knee to right wrist. If you like taking the pose on your back because that feels better for your knees, take the pose on your back. That's always an option. You've got blocks getting moved around. I like that. It can go under your forehead or under your hip. Steady breath here. So you come towards the end of your practice and poses start to get held longer. Let your breath get longer with it. Yeah, Roy, there you go. That nice, long, steady exhale. So when you're off your mat, if you don't have time to practice for a full 60 minutes, if you don't have time to take a few minutes to do some sun salves and clear your head, at least you have a long exhale. There's always enough time for you to pause and take a long grounding exhale. Notice if you've got a point in your body that's holding a lot of tension, and it might not be the hip that's getting the stretch right now. It could be space between your shoulder blades, up in the back of your neck, in your jaw. Maybe you're clenching your jaw out of habit. Let that open up. Create space for opening to happen. Double pigeon. Stack one shin on top of the other. One shin on top of the other. So this will look different across the room and across the screens at home. You'll stack your legs like fire logs, and if you've got one knee that's way up in space, that's totally fine. You can put a block under the foot or up underneath that lifted knee for some support. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Nice and tall. You can stay right here with your tall spine or start to fold forward if you feel like you've got space for that. This pose is really one of those poses where you kind of move a little bit and you're like, okay, take stock, see where things are, maybe a little bit further forward, or you come back out of it. Find the sweet spot. All you're going for is sensation in the outside of your hip and then maybe even up into your glute a little bit, but once you've got a good amount of sensation, just pause right there and breathe. So it's not about, can I get all the way folded to the floor? That person's folded further forward than I am. If you got the sensation, that's the whole goal of the pose. Drishti, eyes on one spot. Downward facing dog, shake it out. Unpretzel yourself, downward facing dog, into left side half pigeon, left knee to left wrist. Or opposite leg across if you're on your back. A conscious choice for the breath. Regardless of what the poses look like physically, if the breath flows the entire time, yoga happened the entire time. That's what separates it from other types of fitness or any other kind of workout. There's that sense of the breath guiding the practice, guiding the movement the whole way. So your mind and your body can work together. Eyes set to one point. If your eyes are closed, it's right at the back of your forehead. Eyes at one spot. Long, purposeful exhales. Double pigeon, opposite shin on top. Opposite shin on top. The setup might be slightly different from the other leg, and that's fine. You just customize it for this side. I know for me it's my right leg that's a little tighter, so I kind of have to get that one situated longer than the other side. Do that. Take the time to get it set up. And then nice tall spine. And then you choose stay here or fold forward a bit. You might find that after a couple of breaths, you're like, yeah, I think I can fold forward. You fold forward, hang out there for a couple more breaths, like give it the time to open up. And when I say fold forward, it might be like 1 centimeter, and you're like, yep, that's good. That's plenty of space. You stay right there. Both of your sit bones firmly anchored down into the floor. Undo the legs, seated wide leg fold. Both of your legs nice and wide. You can sit on a block too. That's super helpful in this pose. Sit on a block and you can get the sit bones, the bony points in your butt right into the corners of the block. And that'll help tilt your tailbone out behind you so you can hinge at your hips rather than your low back. Yeah, so maybe it's a block. And if you don't have one, then we have plenty to borrow. You can always grab one as well from the cubbies. All right, then toes up to the ceiling. Hinge right at the hips. Yes. If it feels like there's a lot of tension in the backs of your knees, just bend your knees and then toes pointed up to the ceiling. Yeah, good adjustments. You customize the pose so it fits exactly how you need it to be in this moment. Right here in this particular point in time. Toes up to the ceiling, at least a micro bend in the knees. I know. Stay here for one more breath. Get for the whole exhale. Soften. Rise back up. You might need your hands underneath your knees to kind of lift them up and bring them back to center. Seated forward fold. Both of your legs straight out in front. Toes up to the ceiling. Hinge right at your hips. A softness to your knees. Maybe more bend than you normally choose so that you can get your stomach down on your thighs. Because the focus is not long straight legs that are touching the floor. It's a long release line from the back of your heels, up the backs of your legs, and up your spine towards your neck. So if that stretch gets cut off because the knees are locked out, you're missing part of the pose. Let the knees be soft. One more breath. Stay for the exhale. Melt. Yeah. Tabletop or reverse plank. Plant your palms behind you. Fingertips face the front edge of your mat. Lift up, either with straight legs or bent knees and flat feet on the floor. You choose the variation. So those of you with long straight legs in the reverse plank, point your toes towards the floor. Yeah, there you go. Those of you in tabletop, drive the center of your heels straight down into the mat. Good. One more breath. Lift your hips. Lower them to the mat. Take fish pose. You can put a block between your shoulder blades or tuck your hands underneath you, probably all the way underneath your glutes so you can get the top of your head down towards the floor. Get your hands tucked underneath and top of your head touches the floor so that you're not putting added weight on your neck. The head touches the floor. If you need to make an adjustment, just reset the pose. Take time to do that. Eyes set to one point. Now do something on purpose with your legs. That could be pointing your toes. It could be flexing your ankles. Yeah. So your legs are part of your pose. Got some soup to bottom legs going on. That's a good choice as well. Eyes on one point. Stay right here in the room with everyone else. One more inhale. Stay for the whole exhale. Untuck your hands, come off your block, and let's get upside down. One last upside down opportunity. So your choices are legs in the air for waterfall, shoulder stand with your hands on your low back, maybe a headstand or a handstand. So you choose the inversion that works best. Those of you taking shoulder stand, make sure you've got your gaze set right up at your feet or at the ceiling instead of turning your head side to side. Yeah, and then a new drishti, right? You're in a new point. Set your gaze right at one spot. Wake up your feet and your toes. Make them on purpose. Good. Then breath. Steady, purposeful breath. Now, breath to keep your focus moment by moment right on this pose. Headstands and handstands. You've got another breath or two, and then child's pose to reset. Shoulder stands to plow. Long legs behind you. You can keep your hands on your low back for some support. Let the plow stretch out your upper back. Plow to deaf yogi. Bend your knees. Hug them around the sides of your head. Yeah, then hang out here for a couple of breaths in deaf yogi. I feel like a lot of the time it's like, okay, I'm going to pause here for 2 seconds and then move on. Stay and let that stretch happen. Then slowly unwind, piece by piece. Bring your spine back down to the mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. Take your knees to the right. Twist and look left. Supine twist. Let your body start to settle down towards the mat. Supine twist the opposite way. Settling a heaviness to your bones. Supta Baddha Konasana. Gaze right up at the ceiling, eyes on one spot. Shavasana. You've got a cold eye towel at the upper corner of your mat, so you can put that on your chest, on your face, wherever it feels good. And take a long, slow breath in through your nose. Fill up, fill up, fill up. Exhale it out. Let your entire body rest easy on your mat. Deepen your breath. Bring some movement back into your hands and your feet. Plant your feet on the floor and rock onto your right side. With your eyes still closed, press down and rise up. Take a comfortable seat. Inhale, reach your hands overhead. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. We'll finish our practice together with 3 final ohms. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Bring your thumb knuckles to forehead center. Thank you all so much coming in the studio, signing in virtually, and making your practice happen tonight. Namaste. Good work, everybody. If anyone has any questions about anything at all, let me know. I'll be floating around the studio. Have an awesome rest of your Tuesday, and hopefully I will see you on Thursday, same time, same place. For your eye towels, there is a hamper right outside the back door and then right outside the front door of the studio. You can just drop it in there and we'll take care of it. And if you borrowed a rental mat, leave those on the floor and we'll clean those as well. Have a great night.